Hello and good evening, viewers and listeners. Thank you for joining me once again on D Maps TV. Please don't forget to subscribe if you are coming here for the first time. Well, if you're regular, just do the usual. Please like and comment. Also share our videos so that others may also see what we do here. Because what we do is we give you current affairs in real time. So the story that we have, the issue that we have today is that of the MDC trio, the MDC girls, the trio of Joanna Mamombe, Honorable the Cecilia Chimbiri and Netsai Marova. The three were allegedly abducted in the last month after they staged a demonstration in Warren Park. The background of the story is the MDC Alliance Youth Assembly members staged a flash demonstration in Warren Park, complaining about the state of the country, of the economy, of the health, of everything in the country, which they have labeled as a quagmire. So after staging that demonstration, it was reported by the ZRP that the three girls were arrested and were detained at Harare Central Police Station. This is where Joanna Mamombe's car was found. After the ZRP confirmed the address, the spokesperson later on said no, they did not have the people in custody. And there and then, reports of the girls missing went viral. There were reports that the girls were missing and no one knew where they were. And after some days, the girls were found outside Harare at a deserted place, alleging that they had been physically abused to the extent of being inserted a gun in their chiwet, and others actually said that they were made to eat each other's feces, amongst a whole lot of horrible incidents. And after the event, it was said that these girls had faked abductions with the intention of tarnishing the image of the country, with the intention of tarnishing the image of the government, with the intention of tarnishing the image of the esteemed security forces of the Zimbabwe Republic Police. So after that, after they had been arrested, they were initially denied bail. They were initially denied bail by one judge, one female judge, who has now been promoted, and the promotion actually caused an uproar because the judge is the same judge who once denied Genius Jinimbi Kadunguru bail based on issues to do with her own perception, and she is said to not have used a fake switching on the table, but rather the perception that the guy actually posed danger to the country. So after all this had happened, the three girls remained in police custody, and the initial bail call did not yield any results. So the matter was also postponed to Friday, 26 June, being today. And I'm told now that the girls have been granted 10,000 bail each. Each one will pay 10,000 bail. That translates to roughly $100 convertible to the US dollars, each to report to the therapy 3 times a week. So the trio will be needed to report to the Z-therapy 3 times a week, and also they all will be required to hand in their passports and also not interfere with state witnesses. And so they have been also instructed to reside at their respective addresses, at their respective given addresses, and also they are not permitted to communicate with media or use social media. So these are some of the conditions which they have alluded for, and I must say it's a bit difficult for politicians not to interfere with the media, because as I know, the journalists will be upon their tails to carry the story, to find more information as to how it has been in the college, in the jail, in the custody of the police. Since they are ladies, there are some aspects of maybe Kunzwirana Tsitsi, and people would actually want to know what really transpired from then up to now. And also the other issue that we have today, despite a sorry issue or said issue to the people of the MDC Alliance, is led by Nelson Wamba Diawamba Chinamasa. I mean Chamisa. So after what actually happened, that the Harvest House was seized by MDCT camp, the MDCEA, as usual, filed a court application opposing the issue of the seizure, and now that court has issued a judgment to the effect that MDCT, is led by Kupe, are the real owners of the Harvest House, and the Harvest House trustee are just trustees. So MDCA has lost the Harvest House case. I saw a post on Hopewell Chingono's Twitter account saying that it is such a basic case, but Zimbabwe's judiciary has no shame. He has defined the Zimbabwe judiciary as having no shame, and he has also said this, and will say it again: Zimbabwe's courts are captured. So this rather brings to the discussion that are the Zimbabwean courts really captured? I think you have to judge for yourselves. Are they really captured? And the spoliation is such a basic tenet of the law. It means there are no private property rights in Zimbabwe. So this is the issue. The issue had to be decided by the courts. But let us not forget, guys, that MDCA, is led by Chamisa, is the one that actually filed a court case. People actually opposed the move, saying that it does not yield any move, but they persisted that they maintained that they had to file the court case. I think this issue has to do with the fact that MDCA is filled with a bunch of lawyers from the likes of Temdai Biti, Welshman Ngube, even this one, Job Sikala, and Nelson Chamisa himself are all lawyers, so they are bound to protect the laws of the country. And as such, whatever happens, whatever fight they are, which is brought to them, they will take the matter to the court. So that is the issues for now. That is the latest. That was what has happened this Friday in Zimbabwean politics. Harvest House officially belongs to MDC Kupe now, and also the MDC trio of Joanna Mamombe, Cecilia Chimbiri, and Netsai Marowa have been granted bail, and I have read out the conditions for the bail. So which means a bail effectively means that they will be judged out of custody. Vasungwa zvavo, but vari kusungirwa vachibva kumba. But this is what they have been appealing for quite a time immemorial, and they have been hindered. Now it's almost a victory to the people of Zimbabwe. It's almost a victory to the trio, so that even to their parents and their colleagues and those nearest to them who have been in solidarity with them. The spokesperson of the MDC Alliance, Fadzai Mahere, actually also posted thanking all the MDC Alliance well-wishers and supporters, donors, for standing in solidarity with the trio of Joanna Mamombe, Cecilia Chimbiri, and Netsai Marova. So they responded. I'm sure what really put the pressure on them to demonstrate, to do the demonstrations, even in spite of the lockdown COVID regulations, is the pressure that is mounting to the MDC Alliance. The MDC Alliance is being said to be a party of no strategy, of no action. So the trio actually, together with some forces, I saw in the pictures that there was Obey Sitole, there was also people like Osalo Siziva, if I'm not mistaken, and all those MDC youth took to the streets in protest, rejecting the lockdown regulations to voice out their voices. So what they actually did was commendable, but they really had to wait perhaps until the end of the pandemic, until the end of the lockdown, and voice out all what they want. Because we saw the videos that went viral, we saw the pictures that went viral. It is a constitutional right to demonstrate, but perhaps the timing was rather awkward. Timing was not pleasant. The timing perhaps, but Zazo, of course, yes, we might justify them to say poverty knows no boundaries. Inflation knows no boundaries. It does not know even when there is a lockdown. It does not know even when there are regulations as to disallow people to move and roam about. It does not know social distancing. So they just took to the streets. It was just a matter of time. Anokuoneka ine mfaro ndini wenyu Honorable Madiva.